The stream just started, so you can go on live.
Usually, I don't know if they're doing anthems or not, but I usually just go over right after the anthems.
Oh, okay, sounds good.
I don't think they're going to do Is there a camera mode on?
I think it is, yeah.
My girlfriend just texted me and said live mic. So
Oh, okay.
if you want to turn it on or off,
Yeah.
just set it all the time.
Yeah.
All right, good afternoon, football fans. Welcome to Burnaby Lake Field here in Burnaby, British Columbia, back for the high school football game of the week. And we've got a good one on deck here for you for the home team. It's the STM Knights taking on 2-0 STM Knights taking on the 1-1 Kelowna Owls with the Owls.
Welcome to the Burnaby Lake Sports Complex for this afternoon's AAA high school football game between the visiting Kelowna Owls and the hometown team, the St. Thomas More Collegiate Knights.
Tough preseason here for this team, but bounce back with two nice wins over Mission and then Terry Fox as they come into game number 3 of league play, as they will kick off STM in the red, Kelowna in the white. Teams are on the field, ball was teed up, and we're set to go here from Burnaby Lake. Kick off, driven down to the 25-yard line. Here's the return on for Troy Bryant. He's wrapped up.
Number 20, that's Tariq Brown, and he's brought down by the number 6 of the Knights, that's Ricky Parsons.
Ricky Parsons downfield on the special teams.
The Owls will begin first and 10 at around the 20-yard line.
No yard markers on the field here, so I'm going to get a scan from the sideline into the middle. As they'll work on the proverbial right hash mark here for this opening drive. And there's a little bit of a question coming into this game on who was going to start at quarterback. It will be Isaac Athens to start here for the Owls, as it was Boscheman that came in to get the victory for the Owls in a late fourth quarter quarterback switch. But they go back with their number 1 pivot here, Athens, wearing number 1, and he'll throw on first down. It's a screen pass here to Brown. Makes a couple of bodies miss, and he's close to a first down. As they'll pick up close to 7 on that first down play. And now they'll work here from the left hash, as I'm not sure why the clock has not started, but maybe the officials keeping time down on the field. And Athens to throw against a low pass, picked up off the deck, and room to gallop here into open spaces. Nolan and nobody's going to catch all from behind as .73-yard catch and pass for Nolan as he took the low feed from Athens and then had clear pastures running for 73 yards down the far sideline for the opening score of the game. And it's 6-0 Kelowna with an extra point to come. Risto Zimmer who hit a clutch kick a week ago, actually got aided with a couple of penalty calls to hit the game-winning field goal. Extra point attempt here is up and through. And you can't start off much better than that for the Kelowna Owls, as it's 7-0. And still we have nobody running the clock here. So hopefully that situation gets rectified, or this could be a very, very, very long game here. Nobody seems to be all that concerned about it, so maybe they're keeping time down on the field. So here's the kickoff from Kelowna now. As the Knights get their first touch of the football, it's Ricky Parsons on the return. And he gets out near the 30-yard line.
By number 36, that's Storm Buck.
Storm Buck making the tackle on Parsons, who will play both sides of the football, and special teams for that matter. And will be a focal point of this offense here for Coach De Lazari.
20-yard return there by Parsons, and the Knights will begin 1st and 10 from their own 30-yard line.
From the right hash mark, out of the shotgun now, De Lazari with 3 receivers and 2 in the backfield, offset. And jumping there were the Owls. They'll get reset, and it's a handoff up the middle, slicing and dicing. It's Nick Osho, who's the primary ball carrier here for the Knights. And a good surge, goes for 9. And we'll bring up 2nd and short here. Playbook wide open now for STM for their opening drive of this game. So I'm not positive, but clock obviously not running on the scoreboard here. Can I just go off of that time right there? It's probably pretty accurate. Okay. So clock on your screen should be running. Clock in my face across the field here not running. So I'll just have a peek to my left and keep you updated on the time. As it's a run on 2nd down, and that plows ahead for a couple. Across the 40 to the 42, move the sticks, says the sideline judge. And he'll have to back off the Kelowna sideline, who choose to go on the opposite side of the field as STM. We've seen teams line up on the same sideline, which I always find a little bit odd for football. And Kelowna going with the traditional opposite side, near side here at Burnaby Lake. 4-man front. Yeah, looks like man-to-man coverage here for this 1st and 10 from De Lazari. Another handoff to Osho, and quick tackle there for Tariq Brown, who got in the hole and wrapped up nicely for a limited gain of about 2 yards. 2nd down now with the clock moving here for the BC High School football game of the week. It's Jake Elliott back with you, and flying solo here tonight is my normal color man on Friday nights. Jay Prepchuk back in the tune as, well, I guess they're probably in Regina. I think they're taking on Regina. This week are the UBC Thunderbirds. Here's De Lazari to throw. Little out pattern. Completion made. Turn it upfield. 1st down. Still on his feet. Makes a move up the sideline and hit down from behind by Schlachter. Well, that's Alex Corderio, who I believe is wearing number 4, not number 7 listed on my roster, and I believe he was the player that went down in the exhibition portion of this season early in the year right here at Burnaby Lake, going down with a broken clavicle. Maybe not completely broken, as that seems like a quick recovery, but good to see Corderio back out there once again. And it's a fresh set of downs here for the Knights as they'll work from the right hash mark. And same formation, 3 receivers, 2 in the backfield here out of the shotgun, De Lazari. And he'll hand off to the big man who lowers the pads. He'll chug ahead here for about 3. As Zach Kabidi getting the carry here, number 58 for the Knights. As they feed the big man a little early dinner. And he'll stay in the formation here in the huddle. As it's a 2nd and 7 here for the Knights on their opening drive. They trail 7-0 on a quick strike. On the second play from scrimmage here from Kelowna, if you're joining us late, going for 73 yards for a touchdown. Here's De Lazare to throw. Looks left, fires right, passes low and incomplete. And pretty good coverage out there by the Owls as well. As Nicholas Tunagat in coverage. As Parsons will go run down the loose pigskin. So both teams coming off fairly low-scoring games from a week ago. 21-11 the final against Terry Fox for STM, and just 10-7 in a defensive battle against Tweedsmuir. I think the Kelowna staff having trouble communicating from the press box here high atop Burnaby Lake. As De Lazare, the handoff to Osho. Nice move at the point of attack, but it won't pick up much. As they keep it pretty conservative on 3rd down. And that'll bring up about 4th and 6 here. And no hesitation from the Knights. They're going to go for it on 4th down. And players jumping all over the place here. Everybody pointing at each other. And they say it's STM that moved early. Matthew Carlos being fingered, but let's check the call here from the official. And it is, in fact, a 5-yard false start on STM as Lee Bryant making the call. So back it up 5, call it 4th and 10, and still STM lines up to go for it here on 4th down. 4th and long. Out of the shotgun, De Lazare. Takes the snap, drops back. Here comes pressure. Sling it out there. It's Osho with room to the far sideline and close to a 1st down. Let's check the spot. I think he got just enough. Chain's not set. Ball across all the way across the field here, and they say wave him ahead. That's a 1st down, STM. Well, maybe they want to measure. So it's that close where they want to measure. They're going to have to take the chains all the way across the field here for this measurement. Too far from my old eyes to make a call here. A little too early in the season, too. I got to get warmed up for my 4th down calls. And whether this is sufficient yardage or not. Well, I might as well. Let's gamble. I'll say half of football. This will be a 1st down. So they spot the chain down. Now let's stretch it out here. And half a football. Well, maybe a quarter of a football over there. What do we got, Mike? Zoom in on that. How far? We got nose of the football. There you go. Regardless, I'm 1 for 1. Book it. As they'll come reset the chains here on the near sideline. And this drive for the STM Knights converting on a 4th and 10. It will continue.
So St. Thomas More will have a 1st and 10 at the Kelowna 22-yard line.
We'll put the ball down on the 22 here for the on the Owls 22. As they'll work left hash for De Lazare, who's been out of the shotgun since the onset. Again, that 4-man front. 2 middle linebackers in there as they'll hand off up the middle. Yeah, good surge here as De Lazare will join the party, trying to scrum the pile ahead. And finally the whistle goes. Forward progress will pick up a couple.
55 was also in on the play, Everett Mullen.
So ball right down on the 20-yard line.
Make it 2 yards, and it'll be 2nd and 8 here for the Knights. The ball is at the Kelowna 20.
2nd and 8 from the 20 as De Lazari winds up with Osho to his right. 4 receivers in for this 2nd and long, and it's Osho on the carry. Kelowna will plug that one up pretty quickly. Maybe a yard on that carry. And it'll bring up another 3rd and long situation here for STM.
There was no gain on that last play, and it'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, I'll give him the length of a football on that last carry, so not even a yard. Call it 3rd and a short 8. And they went for it last time, so expect 2 plays here to try and pick up first down yardage if they don't get it here on 3rd down. And it's another handoff and wrapped up in the backfield.
Osho being brought down behind the line of scrimmage. That's number 17, Nolan Ohm, bringing him down.
Ohm, the touchdown scorer, and it looked like 52. Jack Marsland in on that combined tackle. And another loss on the play will force STM into a timeout, staring at a 4th and 12 now. Quick timeout down on the field. We'll take one as well. We'll be back for a big 4th down here for the Knights on their opening drive of the game. This is the BC High School Football Game of the Week on SportsCanada.TV. All right, football fans, STM breaks the huddle after the timeout. Staring at a 4th and 12 here. This is their opening possession. They've converted on 1 4th and long and stare at another here. As they go with 2 and 2, 1 in the backfield here for De Lazari out of the shotgun. Owls show blitz. They come up the middle. Fire, pass complete. Trying to break a tackle. He does, and that's going to be a fumble. But down by contact, says the official. And Alex Corderio with the reception, and then a couple of yaks after that. And that'll be good enough for an STM first down. As they'll put the ball down on the 10-yard line. So 1st and 10, 1st and goal, call it what you want. Going to get to the end zone here in 4 downs or less for STM. Shotgun snap. To throw, a little corner pattern, and knocked down nicely by Nicholas Tonagai as Parsons, the intended receiver. But you can't defend it any better from Tonagai, who timed his jump perfectly and got a hand up and knocked that ball down. So 2nd and goal now for De Lazari. Knights break the huddle. In between the hash marks here, they'll go 2 in the backfield. As Jack Wagner, the up man. That coverage on the edges. Here's De Lazari. It's the handoff to Osho. Runs into an Owl roadblock. And nothing doing on that 2nd down carry. Brings up 3rd and goal. Marsland and Brown in on the tackle once again. They've been active defensively so far. They'll lose a yard. And it's 3rd and goal as they'll bring in a bigger package here. And they haven't found much up the middle here yet, keeping the Owls honest, but I think they've had more success out to the edges so far here for STM. See what they do here on 3rd and goal from the 11. Again, they bring in Kabidi in the backfield here. And they'll fake the handoff to Kabidi. A rollout for De Lazari into the end zone once again. And ball is caught for a touchdown. Gabe Nicario with just the ever slight push off to free up a little bit of space. And Nicario goes up the ladder to pull that one down. And STM on the board at 7-6 with an extra point to come. What a catch. And a great throw there from De Lazari as well on the rollout. Put it in a spot only Nicario could catch it. And he had to leap for it. And I mentioned got a little bit of a push off as well. And a well-timed one at that to free up the space for that completion. Extra point. Hold is good. Kick is up and through it goes. We're tied at 7. As Cordero boots it through. So 3.5 minutes to go in this opening 12 minutes. And we're tied at 7 here between the Owls and the Knights. I mentioned it's shaping up to be a good game here, and looks like we got one on deck for some Friday night high school football here from Burnaby Lake. By the way, if you want to be interactive, I know probably lots of fans tuned in here from Kelowna tonight. And if you want to yell at me or tweet at me, if you will, you can do so. Questions, comments, concerns, always welcome and always open on the Twitter feed. Find me at PXP, the number 4, Sports. PXP for Sports is where you can find me. And I'll take on all tweets. A little interaction during the webcast. Why not? Kickoff here from the Knights. Drive it to about the 15-yard line. Here's the return for Shuttler. Oh, makes a cut. Here's Shuttler into open space. Got Cordero to beat. Gives him a stiff arm, and Cordero managed to drag him down at the STM 40. The two number 4s come together. And Cordero with a touchdown saving tackle. Schlachter with an excellent return from his own 15, gets it to the Knights 40-yard line, and Kelowna in business right off the opening or return, kick return here. So STM methodically driving the ball down the field, and a couple of fourth down conversions to go along with it, where Kelowna has only run 2 plays from scrimmage. They got into the end zone, and now a huge kickoff here sets them up nicely for their second drive of the contest. Long huddle here, and you think they'd be ready to go on first down. As Isaac Athens brings them to the line, they'll go trip receivers near short side, one-on-one to the high side. Here's a little motion across the zone. Looked like STM jumped. Samuel Mason continues to point at the player who jumped. I think the officials got it, Samuel. So march off 5 yards here for the Owls. Which makes things a little easier now for the Owls at 1st and 5. Late substitution here for the Knights as Osho gets off quickly. As Lunot comes on. As they'll play the strong side safety. Here's the shotgun snap. Flushed out is Athens. Throwing on the run. Completion made. Nice catch once again from Nolan Ulm. As he just kind of sat down in a bit of a soft spot in the STM defense. And Athens, a nice job to buy a little extra time and then deliver the football on target. We'll move the ball down to the 29-yard line here.
We'll call it the 29-yard line of the Knights, which is good for the first down. 1st and 10 Owls.
So 1st and 10 now for the Owls as they break the huddle, and they'll work from the right hash this time. And it's been Athens and it's been Ulm who have been the combination here for Kelowna so far. STM brings pressure to the edge. Here's the shotgun snap and the pitch. They'll run right at the pressure. Trying to string it out. Flag comes flying. I think we might get a hold here on Kelowna. Now Storm Buck, who instantly goes on the high school all football team name. Or the all name for the football team. Just give them the all name team. Storm Buck. Doesn't get much better than that. 3 flags down on the field here. Clearly play any sport you want with a name like Storm Buck. This one's going to go against Kelowna, as they're already moving the huddle backwards here. Holding is the call. March it back 10. And not the easiest field to do it on here with no lines, football lines on the field. They had the 5-yard markers. But that's it. No numbers, no hash marks. Here's Athens out of the shotgun. 3 receivers, 5 of them in there, 3 to the high wide side. Here's Athens' throw. Pressure comes, gets rid of it. Completion made. And to the far sideline and shoved out in front of the Knights bench as Tariq Brown picks up another good chunk of yardage. Get him back close to the original line of scrimmage. That'll be a gain of a long 8. Yeah, let's call it 2nd and 12 after that completion from Athens to Tariq Brown. Chris Cartwright's done a nice job here play calling early in this game here for Kelowna. And they've gone to the air a lot. And here they come again, staring at a 2nd and 12 from the right hash. Brown in the backfield, 4 receivers this time, and again STM crowds the line of scrimmage. Here's Athens to throw, flag comes flying, completion made over the middle, good move in the slot, bouncing off of tackles down to the 4-yard line. But let's check the flag back at the line of scrimmage. I think the Owls came across quickly, as that was Colby Mileto who made the catch. And it is a false start against Kelowna and wipe that play out. But then we have a roughing the passer call on STM. So I think this may net 10 yards here for Kelowna. Or does it just wash out and replay the down? False start against Kelowna, roughing the passer against STM. And those penalties do, in fact, offset. Keep it 2nd down. We'll replay it at 2nd and 12. I never really understood that. One's a 15-yard personal foul. One's a 5-yard procedure call. But yet, no yardage gained or lost there, and just replay the down. I don't quite understand that. You'd think the Owls would just get 10 yards there. 2nd and 12 it is. 4 receivers this time. 2 in the slot, 2 wide. Here's motion across the formation for Schlattler. And a throw here. Athens on the rollout. Steps up in the pocket. He's wrapped up. And finally the pressure from the Knights gets home. And now it'll be 3rd and very long. And I don't know why they're saying 1st down. Okay, there you go. Flip the chains the wrong way. 3rd down it is. Ball at the 40, and it's 3rd and 20. Got to get to the 20-yard line here for a 1st down.
8 yards to be exact with the loss, so that'll bring up a 3rd and 20 now for Kelowna.
So I don't know how many plays Coach Cartwright has in the playbook for a 3rd and 20. But if you got one, now's the time to dial it up. As they'll empty the backfield here with quad receivers to this near wide side. Tariq Brown, the lone receiver, high. Empty backfield here for Athens. Takes the shotgun snap, pressure off the edge, stands in there, lobs it up for grabs, and it's incomplete. Nobody home. Now, that's what you do defensively, knowing that they got to get 20. You bring enough pressure where no matter where the quarterback throws the ball, his receiver cannot get downfield far enough to pick up the necessary yardage, and it forces a fourth down, and it looks like a punting situation here for the Owls as they exchange the footballs. Looks like Zimmer back to kick as he stands about his own 47-yard line here. Good snap. End over end kick. Parsons just going to let it go. It's going to bounce towards the goal line. Is it going to stay on the right side of things? No, it'll roll into the end zone. And that'll be a touchback here for STM. The Knights will get the ball on their own 20-yard line in the 7-7 score. And I think that might be quarter time. All right, 12 minutes in the books and 36 here to go from Burnaby Lake. 7-7 STM and Kelowna. We're back with second quarter action here on the BC High School Football Game of the Week on SportsCanada.TV. Talk to you soon. All right, football fans, welcome back. STM takes the ball at their own 20-yard line to start this drive, to start the second quarter. Remember, the clock on your screen is just an approximate clock. They do not have the official time running here at the field. Handoff on first down goes nowhere as Osho snapped up quickly.
Number 55 in on the tackle there for the Owls. That is Everett Schmullen.
Schmullen in on the tackle for Kelowna. Yeah, brings up 2nd and 10 after no gain. Kabidi in the backfield. We'll work over to De Lazari's right. Ricky Parsons to his left. De Lazari hands off to Parsons. Makes one man miss. Reaches for a couple extra yards. Picked up about 2. And I'll bring up 3rd and 8. Again, STM really testing the interior on this Kelowna defense. And for the most part, the Owls have stacked it up. They've tried different personnel back there as well. Osho's had a nice season so far. 37 carries, over 300 yards. 8.3 per average. But not so much so far. De Lazari to throw. Pressure from the Owls. Sack. And STM will have to kick this one away, as the Kelowna Owls brought all sorts of pressure there. And De Lazari just no time to get rid of the football.
That'll make it 4th down and 15 to go here for the Knights, as the ball is back to the 15-yard line.
Some good games going on in high school football tonight. You got the number 1 ranked New Westminster Hyaks taking on Carson Graham. The Abbotsford Panthers taking on the Tweedsmuir Panthers. Here's the kick. It's high but rather short. Takes an STM bounce and then turns right out of bounds. And they'll spot this down at the 40-yard line, it looks like. of STM, and a short field here once again for Kelowna. So New West, Carson Graham, Abbotsford, Tweedsmuir. You got Vancouver College taking on Belmont, and Notre Dame facing Mount Doug, amongst other games. If you got any scores you want to share my way, I know my buddy Jay Prepchuk usually has guys texting him scores, and he gets all the updates and then shares them with the fans here. You got to get at me via Twitter because you probably don't have my phone number. There's probably a reason for that. No, I'm just kidding. But get at me, PXP for Sports. Let me know how your team's doing here for a Friday in high school football. As Athens gets rid of the football, they'll say incomplete. As he got the arm moving forward. Not sure the ball got back to the line of scrimmage, but it did move forward. So, yeah, get at me, PXP for Sports. Let me know how your team's doing here for Friday night high school football. As the top 5 teams in the province announced by one Howard Samura, who is in the crowd here tonight somewhere. He's surrounding the field. He's over in the far corner of the end zone taking pictures right now for varsityletters.ca. As Athens out of the shotgun once again. Throws, pass knocked down at the line of scrimmage. P announcer's going with Athens, so maybe I should go with Athens. So 3rd and 10 now after that incompletion. Top 5 teams in the province coming into this week's action. Hyax ranked number 1, South Delta number 2, Vancouver College comes in at 3, Tweedsmuir after that loss comes in at 4, and Kelowna after that win over Tweedsmuir comes in at number 5, as Abbotsford also in a tie for the 5th ranked team. So Abbotsford and Tweedsmuir playing this tonight. And that'll affect the rankings for sure. 3rd down, pass over the middle, and what a catch. Diving effort there.
Hitting number 24 on the play. That's
Aiden Vint showing off some hands, as Athens could really only put it in the spot that he did without fear of it being intercepted, and Aiden Vint went and got it. I'll give Kelowna a fresh set of downs after that nice pass and catch. Trip receivers, bunch formation. Here comes pressure up the middle from the Knights. They pick it up nicely. Rolling out is Athens. Looking downfield is Athens. Got a man open as Athens. Touchdown, Kelowna.
Isaac Athens hitting number 4 in the end zone for the touchdown.
Caleb Schlachter with a touchdown reception and a beautiful throw there from Athens on the run into the back of the end zone. Keep the feet in bounds. And you can't do it any better. Touchdown, Kelowna. And it's 13-7 with an extra point attempt to come. What a throw and a catch. Athens to Schlachter. It's becoming a lethal combination here for Kelowna. Kick, no good. Wide right. So will that prove costly here for Kelowna on the missed extra point? So after only scoring 10 points a week ago, Kelowna up to 13 here and have looked dangerous offensively in this first half. And for STM, who's kind of struggled to score a little bit as well. Scoring early in this game, good for their confidence as well, but going to have to find a way to respond here. And here comes the return from Osho, trying to find a seam as he keeps the legs moving. And it gets out close to the 30-yard line. I think they'll spun it down just shy. Decent return for Osho. It's not the deepest bench for Kelowna here. 15 extra bodies or so.
Nick Osho bringing it back to the 30-yard line, and that is where the Knights will begin, 1st and 10.
First and 10 from the right hash. De Lazari pulls the hand out of the warmer in front of him. Takes the shotgun snap. It's a handoff to Osho. Makes the cut. And just tripped up before he got going.
And he was tripped up by number 55, Everett Mullen.
And some heavy blocking downfield here.
A gain of 3. It'll be 2nd down and 7 for the Knights.
I think the 254s and Kashawn Carter and Sam Mason were clashing. Pickup of 3, 2nd and 7. Again, Kelowna wants to bring nice move there from Osho. And then you get a little taste of why he's averaging over 8 yards per carry as he'll pick up 8 and pick up a first down here for STM.
And in on the tackle there for the Owls was number 20, Tariq Brown. And he did have help on that play.
And Brown picking up another tackle.
40 to the 42-yard line, and it'll be 1st and 10 from there for the Knights.
And he's right near the top of the table for Kelowna in tackles as well. 1st and 10 now for STM. Here's Osho again. Why not? A little speed burst this time, and close to 5 as he's knocked back at the 45. But STM getting off the line of scrimmage here and pushing the Owls backwards. And if they can keep the ball along the ground here, they're going to be real happy. And again, I've got to give them credit. They haven't gotten away from the game plan, which seems to be banging up the middle. Maybe they feel like they got the advantage on the interior here, and sooner or later they'll just wear Kelowna down. Again, De Lazari out of the shotgun here. And it's play action, quarterback keeper. De Lazari running, and he'll pick up another 3 as he's taken down by Vint. A little misdirection this time from STM, and they'll bring up a 3rd and short here.
A gain of 3 yards on that play.
As they got to get to about the 48 for a first down. They're at about the 48 on their own side of the football.
4 to go here for the Knights.
From the left hash, 2 in the backfield, 3 receivers, pretty tight formation here. Quick snap, Osho up the middle, sidesteps one man, lowers the pads, lost his helmet. I think we'll be well short of the first down marker. Maybe a yard of a gain.
Everett Mullen was in the vicinity making the tackle, as was 17, Mullen home.
And they'll go for it on 4th down.
About 2.5.
And they'll just, oh, that looked like a headshot there. Man, it's getting nasty in the trenches. De Lazari took a couple of headshots there. Somebody tried to crank the helmet right off him. Man, I can't believe they're not going to measure that. They're just going to award the first down here to STM. That's real close. A little too close for me just to give them a fresh set, but that's what they do. And they'll go quickly here inside Kelowna territory now. From the 48-yard line. Kelowna getting sorted on defense. Maybe an audible here from De Lazari to his running back Kabiti, who flares out. It's De Lazari up the middle. The flag comes flying. And holding will be the call here on the Knights. This one will come back 10 yards.
There is a player shaking up on the field there for the Owls.
And we do have a downed Owl here with an injury. We'll take a quick timeout here from Burnaby Lake. Be back when play resumes on the BC High School Football Game of the Week on SportsCanada.TV. All right, football fans, we're back. That was Easton Schmoland taken off the field. He plays both sides of the football here, holding his right arm. And I think his afternoon over here for the Owls, who will have to replace him. It is a 1st and 21 after the holding call. It's Osho up the middle, gets about 6 back.
Number 16 in on the tackle, that is Cashin Kingfish. Number 23, Brown, also in the vicinity there for the Owls. A gain of 4 on that last play.
Only give him a gain of 4 on that last carry. So call it 2nd and about 17 to go, I suppose. 4 receivers in. Here's the snap. Here's the handoff. Again, they just keep pounding the rock up the middle. And again, the 254s really getting after each other here. As Kashawn Carter and Sam Mason are dueling right now. And they'll lose a yard here, 3rd and 18. I think one of the officials having a word with Mason, just saying keep it within the boundaries here. Play to the whistle, play hard, but play fair. As Carter lined up at left tackle. The game within the game. De Lazari throws deep. One-on-one out on the edge. And that one falls incomplete, looking for Nicario. And it'll be 4th down here on the Knights. As Tonagai on the coverage once again.
Pass goes incomplete, and that'll bring up a 4th and 18 here for St. Thomas More.
As we got about 3:23 to go in this opening half. Parsons will handle the punt duties. He'll kick away from his own 32. High snap, brings it down. Pressure comes, gets it away. It's high, short, bouncing as Brown will take it. Evades one man, stiff arms another, knocked out of bounds at the 31. A short kick, but good coverage. And they'll say the ball at the 30. 13-7 Kelowna. And they get the football back here late in this first half. And a chance to get a drive going. And chance to add to their lead. You had a feeling Athens would respond after being taken out of the game a week ago. Doesn't want to lose his starting job here, and he's shown well against STM in this opening half. He's out of the shotgun here as they'll have a look. Now flushed out, loads up, pressure comes, and Cordero knocked it free. Ball is loose. And I think the Knights have recovered the football, and Athens is still down. So a huge play call here by the official. But are they going to keep? They're going to say down by contact here. Or are they? No, they aren't going to switch possessions. And now there's a referee's timeout. And I think an Owl injured here. A huge loss on the play, but it looks like the Owls will hang on to the football. But I think their starting quarterback's coming out of the game here as he's kind of dangling his right arm. And I don't think he's going to be able to continue. I think Boschman is going to have to come into this game here for the Owls at quarterback. As he stands on the sideline, he's going to take over the play wristband. And tough loss here is it's definitely the right arm of Athens. Just as we saw Mason kind of hanging his arm, now we see Athens hanging his arm. Slow walk to the Kelowna sideline, and all of a sudden, Nathan Boschman thrust into this game here for Kelowna in the second quarter. But he played well coming into that fourth quarter with that 84-yard drive against Tweedsmuir to tie things up. As they'll send a receiver in motion, hard count, trying to get STM to jump, and he does. And that'll be a free 5 yards here for Kelowna. As he went with the hard count twice. Didn't bite on the first one, but they did on the second. So remember, it was a long way to go for K-Town, but they'll get a 5 yards there, make it 2nd and 15 now for Boschman. Takes the shotgun snap, he'll throw. Good pass, it's tipped up and then almost caught, then almost intercepted and falls incomplete. Schlachter had his hands around it. Then I think it was knocked loose. Then STM almost came out with it, and then it fell to the turf. And it'll be 3rd and 15 from the 25. A confident throw there from Boschman on his first toss of the game. And look for the aerial attack here once again on 3rd and long. Ulm moves a little closer to the big boys on the inside. Boschman barks out the signals, takes a high shotgun snap, stands in there, lob down the sideline. He's got Ulm, brings in the it slipped through his hands, incomplete. Oh, you can't throw it any better for Boscheman. Dropped it right in the bucket, and Ulm let it go right through his hands, incomplete. You literally cannot throw the ball any better. But there is a flag down way across on the STM sideline. And I think this is going to be an automatic first down here for Kelowna, as they're going to march this thing out to the 30. Excuse me, no. So they'll put it out to the 30. It's fourth down. So just a 5-yard penalty, I believe. But they need to get to the 40 for a first down. And out comes the punting. Risto Zimmer back deep to kick. There's more and more fans showing up after being released from the confines of school. And Kelowna going to get called an illegal substitution, or are they going to call timeout? They will. Timeout Owls, as they did not have the proper personnel on the field for a kick, and that's probably because they've suffered a couple of injuries, and one of the substitutes fell asleep at the wheel, didn't know his assignment. Quick timeout. We're back with the big kick coming up here from Burnaby Lake right after this on the BC High School Football Game of the Week on SportsCanada.TV. Ethan's trying to warm up here and clutching his wrist. And so not shoulder, wrist, but he just tried to warm up on the sideline, throw a couple passes, and just walked off clutching his wrist. Kick almost blocked, bouncing, and I don't know why he's not letting that thing roll a little further. Colton touching it up probably a little bit before he should have, as that thing was taking an Owls roll upfield. That was the player that had to get in on the substitution there. So just shy of the midfield stripe here for STM, with 2:41 to go in the half, approximately. And down 6 here for STM. De Lazari. He'll crouch down, puts out the hands, takes the snap, handoff Osho. And he'll lose a yard.
Nick Osho taking the ball up the middle, and he's met there by number 16, Cassian Capefish. He had lots of help on that last play.
And I think we're probably a little deeper into the second half than what our clock indicates, as STM has called a timeout here to try and preserve a little time in this first half. We'll take a quick one as well. We're back when play resumes here from Burnaby Lake. You know the deal. High School Game of the Week on SportsCanada.TV. All right, football fans, welcome back. So I'd like to be a little more accurate with you as far as time remaining here in the first half. Just not available to me right now, but timeout over here for STM, but I can only assume they called that timeout to try and preserve a little time here late in this first half. They are staring at a 2nd and 11 from the 46 on their own side of the center stripe. Parsons in a half-hearted motion will come back to this near sideline. That's just to see what kind of defense Kelowna is in. Now he comes across the formation, fake the handoff. De Lazari loads up, fire over the middle, and nobody there. Flag comes down. And I think we're going to get pass interference here. We got one in the backfield as well. Multiple flags down on the field on that last play. One deep in the secondary of Kelowna, one in the backfield of STM. And I think these penalties once again may offset. Pass interference, Kelowna. And they're both against Kelowna. So this will help the cause here for STM, who are about to get a big chunky yardage off of penalty calls. Not exactly sure how far they're going to march this off. Could be 20 if it's 2 pass interference calls. Right now, the ball on the 46. And here comes the march. So one accepted, one declined. And it's an automatic first down here, and they'll move the sticks to the Kelowna 40, it looks like, 39. So that's a huge penalty there on Kelowna. And here comes the snap to De Lazari. Looks to his left, fires deep into the corner. Oh, just through the hands of Nicario if they targeted him downfield a couple of times. And both quarterbacks throwing the football well. That one just about a half yard too far there for Nicario. But I like the aggressive play call from Coach De Lazari on first down. We'll get another shot here on 2nd and 10. I just wish I had an idea exactly how much time was left here, because it's going to affect the play calling, obviously. 3 receivers, 2 running backs in. De Lazari, Osho, tackled from behind by Ohm. Limited gain, and I think we got the 3rd and final timeout, STM. 3rd and 9 when we return. BC High School Football Game of the Week. SportsCanada.TV right after this. All right, football fans, welcome back. Jake Kelly with you. 3rd and about 9 here for STM late in this opening half. Down 6. Tariq Brown slots into the safety. It looks like Kelowna came jumping. This will be a free 5 yards for STM. No time off the clock. Trying to time up that snap, and a little aggressive. Still 3rd down. Make it 3 to go now. But I have a feeling they don't have time to mess around here. I think you're going to see a look into the end zone now. On 3rd and 3. Play action. Look deep. Got a step on his man and caught for a touchdown, STM. Cordero brings it in on a well-thrown ball from De Lazari. And we got a tie game, 13-13. On a big-time hookup there from De Lazari to Cordero. A little double move out on the edge there for Cordero. Froze his defensive back and then got the step, and the ball was on the money from De Lazari. Like they'd done it 100 times before. And we're tied at 13. Can take the lead here now. Ken Cordero, who just caught the touchdown pass, will try and kick the extra point. High snap, got it down, and got it through. Knights into the lead, 14-13. So a big swing in this football game here. Athens, the quarterback for Kelowna, going down. And one of their interior linemen as well in Mason. So two starters on both sides of the football. Actually, Athens, well, only plays offense, but Mason plays both sides. And I don't think he's returning to this game. Well, it was an excellent start for Kelowna. It's been a better finish here for STM as they knock through the extra point, take the 1-point lead. And what can just be seconds remaining here in this opening half. Just trying to listen down to the sideline here. I think they're being relayed how much time is left. I think I heard 12 seconds. Cordero tees it up at the 40. And he'll step in and drive this one deep. Ulm on the return as he takes it at the 15. Good cut, but tripped up and knocked down. A 15-yard return for Ulm. Ball to the 30. I think maybe time for just one play here from Kelowna if my estimations are right. They come to the line. 4 receivers to the high wide side. Just Ulm one-on-one here on this near side with Nicario. Empty backfield for Beauchemin, who's got a strong arm. Buying some time. Here comes pressure, and he's taken down. Kabiti gets home. And he's rubbing his belly after that sack. Second down and forever now for Kelowna. And I think you got to be conservative here if you're the Owls.
12-yard loss. And now bring up a 2nd and 22 now here for the Owls.
Well, Parsons had a little reprieve to tie his shoe. I think 10 seconds was the signal from the official. I think this will be the final play of the opening half. Well, that's it. Halftime. We do not get a playoff. So great football game cooking here from Burnaby Lake on a Friday night. 14-13, STM leads Kelowna. As we'll take a break here on SportsCanada.TV. Be back with second half action in about 12 to 15 minutes time. Stick around. Send me a tweet in the meantime at PXP for Sports, and we'll talk to you for second half action here on SportsCanada.TV. All right, football fans, just about set to go here for half number 2 from Burnaby Lake Arena for the high school game of the week on SportsCanada.TV. Jake Elliott with you. Thanks for joining us here on a Friday late afternoon. As we're just before 6 p.m. Pacific time. Kelowna to kick off here to STM to start the second half. Kick it off. Let's play some football. And he'll kick it into a bit of an empty spot on the field. Live football and good tackle. The ball is loose, and I think STM is on top of it. As Ulm came in with authority, knocked down the returner, knocked the ball free, and STM lucky to get back on top of that thing as a well-placed kick. Dropped it right into a zone where there was no red jerseys around with about 5 yards, and somebody had to make a play over there just to catch it. So St. Thomas More with that late drive in the first half, and then they get the extra point to take the 1-point lead here with 24 minutes to go. As they'll start this opening drive from the 25-yard line. Long count. Handoff up the middle. Big old hole. And good run there on first down. Close to a 15-yard carry. Jack Wagner, who hasn't touched the ball very often, but a good surge on first down there right up the gut. And that's really been what STM has done all game long. Whether they've been successful or not, they've stayed true to their game plan here and just hammered the football right up the gut all game long. Here they go again. It's Wagner bouncing off of one tackle. Flag comes flying. Looked like a high tackle, maybe a face mask potentially. Holding signal coming in from the sideline judge. And this is going to go against STM and back them up. Tough there for the Knights, as they got 2 good explosive runs to start the drive, but a penalty will back him up here. So you see Sam Mason with his helmet back on, looking like he wants to get back in this game. I think it might have been his wrist as well, as he's got his right wrist taped up pretty heavily now. Athens has the jersey up, kidney pads are off here, so I think number 1's day is done. It looks like it'll be Boschman the rest of the way, but it's STM on offense right now as they stare at a 1st and 15. Up the middle again. Osho for about 3. Again, Osho has been shaking out his left leg after that carry, but he's been the primary ball carrier here for STM through their first 2 games. But I think smaller stature, it might be Wagner who might be the more effective back here against this Kelowna defense. Either that or do this, and let's bring Kabidi into the backfield and get a blocker out in front of Osho. Get that initial block and then see if you can get the speed game going. But again, up the middle here and refusing to go down. Picks it up another 3, close to 4. Going to get to the 50 for a first down here for STM. But it will be 3rd and, let's say, 6. So Kabidi comes out, Wagner comes in, and here come the Knights to the line of scrimmage. Third and 6, got to get to the 50. Which is the second white line ahead of him. They'll try and run for it. Osho will get there and then some. As he gets across into Kelowna territory, knocked out at the 45-yard line, but a flag is back in the STM backfield, and this one is coming back once again. Another costly holding call here on STM. Don't forget, fans, you want to be interactive during the broadcast here on the BC High School Football Game of the Week. Tweet at me. Find me via Twitter at PXP4 Sports. Let me know how your team is doing here tonight. Give me some scores. Who's your favorite team? Where are you watching from? Lots of things you can send my way. As I fly solo here tonight, is UBC actually taking on Regina tonight, says Coach Prepchuk. As they look for their first win of the season. 0-5 so far for the T-Birds.
And it'll be 3rd down and 17 here.
So I'll call it a 3rd and 17 here for the Knights. Still got to get to the 50 for a first down. Nicario and Cordero split to this wide side. Owls show pressure on the edge. De Lazari. Here it comes. We'll throw it the other way. It's Wagner on the reception. Can't spin out of a good open field tackle and will come up about 5 yards short of the first down. And now decision time here for Coach De Lazari.
Jack Wagner taking that from De Lazari. Tariq Brown make the tackle for the Owls.
And it looks like Parsons and the punt team will come on here.
12-yard gain on that play, but it'll be 4th and 5 for the Knights. And Ricky Parsons has come on to punt it away. Tariq Brown back for the Owls awaiting this kick.
Parsons high again, short, just kind of a dead duck punt. Takes a owl bounce backwards and everybody gets away from it. A flag down at about the 26-yard line of Kelowna. Now we'll have to check the laundry after that.
Call it the 38-yard line.
I'll put the ball down on the 38 and that flag back at the 26. And it's holding on Kelowna. So at the spot of the foul here as well. And this one's going to come well back. So what looked to be decent field position or above average field position here for Kelowna will back them up here. And I'll bring it all the way back to the 28. So a 10-yard penalty.
To the 27-yard line, and that is where they will begin first.
Kelowna down a point. That's where they'll set up. And as we approach just under 8 to go here in this third quarter. Boschman on the rollout. He's going to keep it and try and run. Boschman trying to turn the corner and met hard after about a 5-6 yard gain there from Boschman. And a little curious play call there with your starting quarterback out with an injury to Isaac Athan to run the football with your quarterback here to start the second half. I mean, if nothing else, I don't think STM's expecting that, but you lose Boschman, you're in real trouble here if you're Kelowna. So I might be a little more conservative protecting my quarterback. But that's probably why I'm up here in the booth and Coach Cartwright down on the sideline. Out of the shotgun here for Boschman. Here comes motion. Hand it off. No, Boschman's going to run it again. And he's tackled down from behind, just short of first down yardage. Actually, well short of first down yardage. They got to get to the 37 for a first down. It's at the 34-yard line. Maybe 33.
2-yard gain on that last play, and it'll bring up a third and a good 3 to go here.
Yeah, long 3, short 4. Call it what you want. It's third down. And they got to get to about the 37.5-yard line. just shy of the 35 right now. Trip receivers near wide side. Single one-on-one coverage out on that far edge. Tariq Brown, the lone man in the backfield. Pop in the mouth guard. Bark out the signals. Here's Boschman. He'll take the snap, pressure up the middle. Little screen. Flair comes out, blocking on the edge here as well. And first down yardage gain there. Colby Mileto with his second big catch. Comes up a bit tenderly, but he does make the play and moves the sticks here for Kelowna. That's a first down. Big conversion there. 2 runs from Boschman and then Mileto getting the first down. Coming up on the Owls schedule, they get Centennial, my alma mater, next week. Centaurs. And then we'll take on Mission. And for STM, they got Abbotsford and then Seattle. 1st and 10 next week. We're over on the island, by the way. Mount Doug and Belmont for the game of the week next weekend. Thanksgiving. Here's Boschman over the middle. Completion made. Mileto again. Sidesteps a man. Tries to power through another. Lowers the pads. Keeps on chugging and picks up close to 13.
On the tackle was number 68, that's Sean Oretta.
Nice catch and pass there. Boschman to Mileto once again, and that's going to move the ball down to the 42-yard line here of STM.
Mileto taking the ball inside night territory to the 42, 1st and 10 Owls.
Same formation. Schlachter, the wide man to this near boundary. And what do we got? Movement. And again, everybody pointing fingers. The referee saw something, so he threw his flag, blew his whistle for a reason. You pointing for either team is not going to change whatever his call was that he originally saw. But I just think it's hilarious that everybody does it anyway. And it's a false start on Kelowna. Their entire line was pointing at STM, and they're going back 5 yards, which just proves my point.
So the ball is at the 47-yard line.
Clock winds. 1st and 15 now for the Owls. Coverage backs off for the secondary. Here's Boschman to throw. A little lobber over the middle. Mileto met after making the catch. And he'll gain about 3 on that kill. Well, maybe closer to 4. But Mileto seems to be the favorite target of Boschman here. Gets a little bit of yardage back. Make it 2nd and a long 10. Kelowna out of the huddle. Here they come to the line of scrimmage. By the way, Samuel Mason, 54 in white, back in there for the Owls at center. Banged up wrist and all. Boschman out of the shotgun. Crowding the line of scrimmage are the Knights. Here's the snap. It was wide. Make the catch. And here's Allum trying to slice through the defense. Gets back to the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard. That's pretty good coverage out on the end. Edge there by STM, limit that gain. And it brings up 3rd and 9. And Boschman did well just to gather in that snap that came out a little funky to his left. Reached out a paw there, knocked it back into his body, and then got rid of the football quickly. We'll say 3rd and 8. I'll say it's a long 8 at that. Gotta get it down to the 32 for a first down. Ball is on the 40. Just shy of it. Big play here for both teams. Long count. Boschman Trying to draw the defense off. They don't bite this time. Here's the snap. Boschman, three-step drop. Now got to scramble. Got room to his right. Looking downfield. Nobody open. Now he's going to throw it. Delivers it on the mark. As Schlachter makes the catch, he refuses to go down. That's another Owls first down. Now the question is, was he ahead of the line of scrimmage when he threw that ball? No flags come in. That is a great job from Boschman to buy time and then throw back across his body into the middle of the field, which is usually the cardinal sin for a quarterback, to throw late back over the middle, especially across his body. But he put that thing right on the numbers of Schlachter, right in the breadbasket, and good enough for another Owls first down. Ball to the 22-yard line here. And Owls with a long drive here to start this second half. They scored on just 2 plays to open up the game, but have marched this thing down the field here, led by Nathan Boschman, who is in at quarterback after Isaac Athens went down. Here's Boschman scrambling once again. Spins out of a tackle, hit down from behind, and he'll lose about 3. As Big Kabidi comes through once again. Excuse me, it's Kayshawn Carter, not Kabidi. He's big as well. But regardless, it's a sack. And brings up 2nd and 14 now off of a 4-yard loss. Boschman has a look to his left, a look to his right. Got 2 receivers high wide. Here's Boschman with Tariq Brown in the backfield. Again, STM loads up the box. That looked like motion. And I think they're going to go backwards another 5 here. There's another false start here on the Owls. We got a timeout, Kelowna. We'll take a quick one as well. Third quarter action resumes in about 60 seconds. Stick around. This is the BC High School Football Game of the Week on SportsCanada.TV. All right, here we go out of the Kelowna timeout, staring at a 2nd and 20. Maybe 19 and a half. It's been a long drive here for the Owls. As they're in between the hash marks here for this long second down play. Long count here from Boschman. Claps to get the snap. Now has to evade pressure up the middle from Wagner. Running as Boschman, throwing as Boschman as he was hit in front of the STM sideline, and the Knights like that as the ball goes incomplete and brings up 3rd and 20. And now 3rd and 20 here on Kelowna after this long extended drive. Can they find a way to convert? It'd almost be a shame here for the Owls to come away with no points after this drive they've had. And here they come. 4 receivers, 1 in the backfield. Right hash, shotgun, Boscheman. Looks like 2 deep here for STM. Time, lob it. End zone, Mileto can't catch up to it. Parsons comes over in time. He was in coverage. And he makes the play, 4th down now. And what do they want to run here? You're right in that zone where it's too long for a field goal, too short to punt. So why not keep the offense out and go for it here? 4th down and 20, and they'll go. One-on-one coverage here between Nicario and Ulm on this near wide side. Parsons, the safety, he'll be shadowing and shading that way. And now it's Wagner to pick up that assignment. Here's the fade into the end zone. One-on-one out there. Ulm couldn't bring it in. Had his hands on it. And Nicario able to break it up at the last second. Another well-thrown ball from Boscheman. And one that Ulm could have had. But a pretty good job there from Nicario to break it up.
So Kelowna will turn the ball over here on downs. The Knights take over.
That's a turnover on downs, and that's the end of the 3rd quarter. I think our clock was much closer that quarter, was it not? Yeah, it was. All right, good stuff. 12 minutes to play here from Burnaby Lake. We'll have it for you when we return to the high school game of the week. Right here on the home of the high school game of the week, SportsCanada.TV. All right, football fans, we are back live from Burnaby Lake Field here, and a good one going. No points in that 3rd quarter, but just a 1-point football game here. 14-13, home team. STM leads the road team, the Kelowna Owls, here with 12 minutes to play. They have the football at their own 30-yard line to start the 4th quarter. Owls down in their 3-point stance, a couple of 4-point stancers down there on the defensive line. Pressure off the edge and getting home quickly. Wagner with nowhere to go, dropped in the backfield for a 2-yard loss. Ulm just got off the edge. Lightning quick as he timed up that snap and caught Wagner from behind. 2nd and 11 now after the yard loss. As Ricky Parsons has not been targeted very often here today, and I'm not sure why. He is playing a lot of defense. Here's De Lazari hit as he throws.
De Lazari hit just before he threw the ball. That's number 4 in the backfield there for the Owls. Caleb Schlachter breaking up that
Schlachter disrupting. And Acario looking for a flag in the secondary there, but tried to sell that one a little too much. And it brings up 3rd and long here for STM. Pretty offensive-minded opening half has turned into a bit of a defensive juggernaut here in the second half. And it's just a single point separating these two teams, just like we saw down the I-5 last night at CenturyLink. 30-29 Hawks over the Rams. BC Lions in action tomorrow against the Argos, looking for their 4th straight win. De Lazari cocks the leg. Here's Parsons across the zone. He'll flare out. De Lazari steps up in the pocket. He's wrapped up and taken down. Schlachter again gets into the STM backfield and takes down the quarterback. It's 4th down.
Another loss. 3 yards on that one. Bringing the ball back to the 25-yard line and making it 4th down and 15 for the Knights. Ricky Parsons is on the field.
Parsons will come on to punt here.
Tariq Brown back waiting this kick at his own 40-yard line.
Standing at his 40 is Brown. Here's Parsons with the boot. Gets a good kick. Sidewinding kick here. Look out. This one bounces at the sideline at the 48 now. Knocked ahead and out of bounds. And they'll take it at the 50 here, right at the midfield stripe.
They have marked it right at midfield, and that is where Kelowna will take over 1st and 10.
So half a field to go here for the Owls, down a point. So we think we've synced up the clock about as close as we can get with the officials here. And our public address announcer alerting the fans here of the time remaining in the quarter, which is about 9.5 minutes approximately, as the Owls start this drive from the right hash at the midfield stripe, which you'd think would be the yellow line, but it's not. That's the 45 of STM. Boschman trying to draw STM offside. They're not jumping. And just surveying the defense here as he puts the mouth guard in. Wipe off the hand on the pants. Bark out the signals. Clap the hands. Here's the snap. Here comes pressure. Good pass over the middle. Mileto, another catch, and he's got 9. Close to 10. I think they're going to give him a 1st down here.
Number 4, Alex Cordero, bringing him down for the Knights. Mileto taking it inside Knight territory. The gain was 10. Good for the 1st down.
They do give him the full 10 yards and a 1st down here for the Owls to the 40-yard line here of STM. Again, empty backfield. 5 receivers in here for Kelowna. And Boschman has looked very comfortable here at the pivot coming in for Athan. And he'll have to scramble to this near sideline. Turns it upfield. Has a pump fake. Evades another man, still going. And he's got another 1st down inside the 30, and a flag comes flying late. And is this for a late hit out of bounds on STM? This could be another extra 15 yards here for Kelowna. And Kelowna sideline clapping here as the officials talk it over.
Leonardo, they're making the hit for the Knights. There is a flag.
There's the call from Lee Breen. Personal foul.
Foul will be tacked on here. Another 15 yards against
That is a
the
costly penalty there on the Knights. As Boschman had picked up the 1st down, was out of bounds, and I think there was just a late hit, and a necessary one, and an undisciplined one. And 15 yards here. So 15 yards tacked on to that play, and they'll move it down here to the 15-yard line. They'll make it the 14-yard line.
The ball is at the St. Thomas More 15-yard line.
And Kelowna in business here, knocking on the door, down a point. Hasn't been an overly penalty-filled game, which has been nice as it's moved along quite nicely here at a good pace. But there have been some costly penalties. And you could put that one in that category there. And I'm just not sure what's happening here. I don't know if there's maybe a kink in the chain or what's going on down there. Looks like they got it figured out. And here we go from the right hash mark, 1st and 10 from the 14.
The ball has been placed down at the 13-yard line, and that is where the Owls have it.
We'll say 13. 13-14. Inside the 15-yard line, let's say that. Here's Boschman. Here's the snap. Looks left, looks right, steps up, looks into the end zone, fires, picked off. Ricky Parsons looking for Schlachter, but just as I mentioned, late over the middle. Never a good thing usually. And Ricky Parsons, with the play of the game so far, steps in front of Schlachter and steals that one away. Boschman intercepted. I think he was open. If he just led his receiver, I think Schlachter runs onto that one, but it was slightly behind him on the crossing route. And Parsons able to recover and step in front of that one and showing good hands as well there for Ricky. Able to pick that one off. Be a touchback in STM ball from their own 20. After the turnover. And will that be the decider? After a great drive from Kelowna. That started back on the 50. Results in an interception in the end zone. So De Lazari and company back out here for the Knights now. As they'll look to chew a little time off the clock. Will 14 be enough here? Here's the run up the middle. Busting free is Osho, and he's got close to 10. That should just slash his way through the middle. We'll say closer to 9 here. And it'll be 2nd and short. Well, this is what the coaches love here, 2nd and 1. You can pull any play out of your book that you want here. Play action, run, deep pass, short pass, screen, anything on the table here for the Knights for this 2nd and 1. And it'll be a straight handoff here to Osho, who's got the first down as he crosses the 30. Out to the 32-yard line. And fresh set of downs here for the Knights as they try and churn this one upfield here with the 1-point lead.
16 was in there, that's Cassian Kakrish. 54 was also in the vicinity, Samuel Mason, as was Edward Schmullen.
As you can see the time on your screen, 6:40 thereabouts.
But the Knights take it across the 30 to the 32-yard line.
32-yard line, 1st and 10. And look for a heavy dose of Osho here in this 4th quarter. Even if they run it 3 times and have to kick. Here's Osho up the middle one more time. Spun ahead. And he'll pick up 3 out to the 35. But again, clock keeps moving.
3 yards on that last play by Osho. 2nd and 7 Knights.
Owls field goal kicker Risto Zimmer continues to warm up on this Owls sideline, knowing he may get a late game opportunity to win the game. But it's up to the Owls defense right now. As here's Osho again. He's got another seam, and he's got close to first down yardage, but here's a flag down. And an injured Owl who gets up slowly. Yeah, I think it'll be another some costly holding calls here on STM tonight as well. A flag down at the 35-yard line. And I think this one's coming back here on Team Red. So back it up. All the way to the 25-yard line.
So 10 yards being marched off against the Knights from the spot of the foul.
So it's a second and call it 18.
And it'll be second and 17 for St. Thomas More.
Long way to go here on second down now. And they've kept it on the ground most of the night here. But passing situation here, you would think. Press coverage by Vint on Cordero. De Lazari looking to throw. Got time. Got a deep ball. One-on-one down the sideline. And it's caught there. And official says, yes, indeed. Parsons on the reception. A deep ball. De Lazari to Ricky Parsons. And he brings it in at the 45-yard line. That's good enough for an STM first down. And the chains will move here for the Knights. Big-time play. De Lazari to Ricky Parsons, who's made maybe the two biggest plays of the game here. And I know you want to protect against the run, but I think you gotta get some help out on the wide receivers here if you're Kelowna. As Ricky Parsons and Nicario have been tough to handle. It's Osho slashing again. Osho dancing his way out of the backfield and picks up close to 5.
Number 24, Aiden Vint.
Vint thinks he came up with the football. Official says no. Osho was down. And it's second and 5 here.
5 yards on that play, second and 5.
As they're working their way down the field here. Ball is to the 39-yard line of the Owls, as here comes STM to the line of scrimmage once again as we're under 5 minutes to go here in this game. Security paramount now for STM. Osho right up the gut once again. Not much. We'll bring up third down, and here comes the play of the game for the Kelowna defense.
Little or no gain on that last play, and that'll bring up a third and almost 5 to go here for the Knights.
Call it 3rd and 5. In between the hash marks, Ricky Parsons near sideline, Nicario far sideline, Cordero in the slot, Wagner the up back, Osho the deep back, De Lazari shotgun, the handoff to Osho. Keeps motoring, but he won't get there. As Tariq Brown makes another tackle. In there was Marsland as well. And they hold STM short of the marker here. Still 4th and long. Well, I'll call it a long 4. And what are STM going to do now? Looks like they're going to punt. Little surprised that STM would punt here on a 4th and 4 from their own, or from the Owl 40-yard line, but that looks like that's what they want to do. Parsons, snap. Here's the kick, low poocher, angles. Great kick. Little pooch punt. Will be spotted down. Well, I thought they did better than that. Seemed like a pretty friendly spot there for Kelowna. They'll put it out at the 20. I thought that thing angled out inside the 15. But mind you, I think, well, I might want to correct myself. I think I was looking at the wrong boundary there. So, it looks to be just over 2 minutes to go in this game. Kelowna down a single point, get the football back at their own 20-yard line, and have 80 yards to go. Here for Boscheman and company. 5 receivers in, Boscheman, time in the pocket. Look like a hold. There comes the flag, and this thing's coming back.
And Nathan Boscheman taking it himself. There is a flag in the backfield.
Well, back up Kelowna another 10 yards. They'll start this drive on the 10-yard line now. That would be a fold-up chair falling in the broadcast booth here. Do not be alarmed. You could see the reason that Boscheman broke free was because of the hole deep in the backfield, and that was an easy call for the back judge to make. So ball back to the, actually inside the 10-yard line, make it back close to the 5. So it's a spot hold. It's 1st and 25. Here's the throw. Into space is Schlachter, but he's wrapped up. Good open field tackle there by Wagner on the far side. And that'll keep the clock moving here on the Owls. Can the STM defense hold here on their home field and get out to a 3-0 start here in 2019? Make it 22 to go here for Boscheman. Takes the shotgun snap. Looks near side. And looks like STM's got a beat on it. Oh! Ulm again. Had his fingertips on it. Man, that's the 2nd or 3rd time Ulm has gotten his hands on the football. A late burst of speed there. Almost came up with that catch, but Tate Friesen, who looked like he had a beat on it the entire way. And then all of a sudden, Ulm just ran by him at the last second, but couldn't bring in the football as we have an injured Owl down on the field. Quick break here from Burnaby Lake. We're back with the big finish. High school game of the week on SportsCanada.TV. All right, football fans, after a lengthy injury timeout there, it looks like it's Andrew Malik that is coming out, and will help from his teammates to get to the sideline. Looking a little woozy. I'm not sure he lost consciousness or not, but also an update to our time, which had just over 3 minutes to go, as we're under that now, as here comes the snap from Boschman, flushed up in the pocket, wrapped up and wrapped down. STM defense showing up here late. There's Cordero, the man that sacked Boschman. And now it's 4th down, and I think Kelowna they have to go here, I think. Or are they? No, I think they're going to punt it away. Still time here, but not much. He'll kick it from his own end zone here as well. Looks like Ulm will be the man to kick it. He might just take a safety here. And now they want to talk it over. Coach out onto the field here for STM. And they have to use a timeout here. I don't think they like the way it was lined up. So they call timeout. So I don't know if Kelowna may just take a safety, make it a 3-point game, or if they're going to kick this thing away and hope for a turnover, a quick 3 and out. I don't know what the rationale is here. You got 4th and forever to go. Now you turn the ball over, the game is over. So that's a tough call here. So Ulm stands literally at the back of the end zone here, and he's just going to take a knee.
And number 13, Zimmer, takes the knee in the end zone for the safety. So with the extra 2 points there, the Knights now lead the Owls 16-13.
So it's 16-13 now, STM. Free kick here for Kelowna. And I think you got to try and find a way to recover this kick. But I don't know. I think they have the option to either punt or kick it off, and most teams will elect to punt, and somebody needs to cool off down on the STM sideline.
So the Owls will be kicking the ball away here from the 35-yard line.
We'll get the kick from the 35, now down 3. And are they going to tee it up or are they going to punt it? Looks like they're going to tee it up and go for an onside kick here. We'll actually kick it from the 30, not the 35. All right, here we go. STM kind of crowding. Oh, we got another timeout. STM, after seeing the look, will call timeout. We'll be back in 60. All right, here we go, folks. Back to Burnaby Lake Field. I think about a 1:45 to go here or so. Ball teed up at the 30. Owls down 3. STM expecting the onside kick. A lot of upbacks here. They're going to pooch it into an open zone here. This thing will skip out of bounds, and that'll be a procedure call here on Kelowna. Just couldn't drop it down where they needed to. Now it's the offense who will try and finish off this game here with the 3-point lead for STM. And I'm sure the message out of the huddle here is hang on to the football.
So the Knights will take over here after the penalty. 1st and 10 from their own 45-yard line.
Ball at the STM 45 as they break the huddle.
Approximately left here in the 4th quarter.
And a first down should, I don't even know how many timeouts Kelowna has. I think they have 1 left maybe. There's the snap. Here's the handoff. Wagner up the middle. Not much. Kelowna trying to yank that ball free. Well, it won't come loose. And here's the timeout from Kelowna. Back in 60. All right, so heard from the official. 1:56 is the official time remaining. This is a 2nd and 10 here for STM. Expect a handoff to Osho. That's what happens. Up the middle he comes. And picks up close to 5, maybe 6. Another timeout, Kelowna. I believe that will be their final one. Don't forget, next week we head to Vancouver Island. And the defending champs, Mount Douglas. Maybe just Mount Doug. Will take on Belmont. And I'm going to make the trip over to the island to do that game. It is a 7 o'clock start from Goody Field. Mount Doug, Belmont, 7 o'clock next week is our game of the week. Grab some turkey, settle in. Thanksgiving weekend. I might have to go to like Subway or something for a turkey sandwich or something for my Thanksgiving dinner. I'll find a way. So, big 3rd down coming here for STM, that they can salt this one away here with the first. I think Kelowna out of timeouts. If not, they have 1 left. Audible here from De Lazari as he relayed the signals to Nicario. Here comes Kelowna to the line. Parsons across the formation, takes the handoff, trying to turn it upfield, stay in bounds, get the first down. And that should do it. Ricky Parsons made the interception in the end zone, made the big catch on the far sideline to keep a late drive going, and then picks up a first down here And now it should be victory formation, I believe.
We have just over a minute left.
We're going to line up in a regular formation here with just about a minute to go. We hope, yeah. We're not exactly sure. Handoff, Osho. And wrap up.
Osho taking the handoff. The initial contact was made there by
Well, it's a gain of 5.
Nathan Boschman. And he had help there on that play. Osho with a gain of close to 5 yards. We'll call it 2nd and 5 here for the Knights.
And I think they said 1:27 on the clock. I have no idea how that could be accurate. And they're in victory formation now. STM just going to run clock down here and take a knee. And I think this is going to end the football game. Take a knee. Referee has a look at the watch.
Anthony Delzari taking the knee on that play.
Not quite done yet, said the referee. And I honestly hope this is the last game I ever do without a clock. My goodness. Crazy.
3rd and 7. The ball is at the 41-yard line.
Maybe one more knee here is all it's going to take for De Lazari. Or is it? Game over. They won't need to snap it. So Kelowna a week ago beats number 1 Tweedsmuir. But the honorable mention STM Knights go 3-0 as they take down number 4 Kelowna. Excuse me, number 5 Kelowna. And a tight one here on a Friday night, 16-13, your final. Knights over the Owls. Don't forget our next game coming up next week from Victoria, Belmont and Mount Doug, 7 o'clock start right here on the home of the high school game of the week, SportsCanada.TV. That will wrap up our action here for tonight. Thanks for joining us on SportsCanada.TV for the BC High School football game of the week. For my cameraman, Mike, I've been Jake Elliott, and for the fastest game on 2 feet, no, we're playing football. For the gridiron and the pigskin, I got in rotation there. That's my out for lacrosse. That was the wrong one. For the just blew up the perfect broadcast there. For the gridiron and the pigskin, have a good night, everybody. We'll talk to you next week from Victoria.